I'm Snagit now, so. I believe it is supposed to be oncogene because I looked at oncogene and I didn't see anything. So it's supposed to be oncogene. So bar bite. That's not necessarily on your test tomorrow, but it was there.
You didn't make this, right?
No, but I did edit it a little bit. I did cut out. It is pretty good.
Yeah, it was supposed to be on.
Oncogene.
That's not. So. Yay! We talked about this yesterday.
Operon. That was a good thing.
I chose my wallet.
Everyone's connected to the internet, right? Obviously, this wouldn't be working.
I got so confused.
All right, so that's actually the wrong answer. Because if you look at the equation doesn't make sense. So yes, C is mapped for G's and A is mapped for G's. That's correct. G's. But think about it. If adenine makes up 20% of our DNA sample, thymine needs to make up 20%, which would be 40%, which would make this 30, 30, 60, and that would equal each other. However, if you do this, it does make sense. So this is correct. Adenine plus cytosine would equal 1 plus thymine.
That's what I chose.
If you got the right answer, you can just at the end add 1 billion points to your score.
Okay.
Okay. Would be an opera, kind of. I like this question. All right, so if you think about this, amino acid deficiency, if it's post-translational, the polypeptide chain's already been made. So if we run out of amino acids at that point, it's not really a big deal because the polypeptide, the amino acid, has already been put together. So it's not post-translational. Transcription is involved with making mRNA, so that doesn't matter. Translation is what most directly involves amino acids. Translation is the reading of the codons, putting together a proper amino acid sequence, right? Polypeptide. So translation. You could argue post-transcription, but the best answer is translation. What's that? How many questions is the test tomorrow? Does it? Okay, so now that you see the answer, does it make sense? Tryptophan is an inducible operon or a repressible operon?
Yeah, me too.
What is it? It's a repressible operon. Your body's making tryptophan all the time unless tryptophan levels are too high. So that's when it's repressed. So therefore, if your operon's working and you add tryptophan to the system, by adding tryptophan to the system, it's going to do what to the operon? It's going to shut it down. Shut it down. That's a good question. Yep. I'll come take a look. Hold on.
You tried.
So, it's not helium. A lot of people get helicase is the enzyme that breaks hydrogen bonds during DNA replication. What is it? So we have DNA wrapped around protein cystones. Those cystones group together. Remember you saw a little epidemics down on the test model. I showed the methylation process that wrapped the DNA up. When they wrapped up, they grouped into groups of histones to DNA known as nucleosomes. What's that? Yeah. So that would be messenger RNA. If you look at the image, right? Here is messenger RNA that's going to be coded into proteins. So that's your messenger RNA. tRNA is formed in a similar process, but it's not like this. So if you see it being formed, it's always going to be messenger RNA.
Oh my God. That is so cool.
All the above.
That is so, yeah. Oh
Plasmids, it's not on your test tomorrow, but we will talk about plasmids, but not really for the test tomorrow. This is a complicated diagram. You're going to see it a few times. So we're going to look at it. There's a lot of enzymes on there. Topoisomerases prevent DNA from binding up downstream from the separation. I'll go over it, but just there's a couple more questions on the same thing. So let's go through those questions. And then we'll...
Second place, Oscar, I'm coming for your edges. That's your 2024.
All right, we can talk about here. I don't need to differentiate between DNA. There's a ton of different DNA polymerases. In eukaryotes, there's about 15 different types of them. We don't really need to differentiate. But the one that replaces the RNA primer is typically known as DNA polymerase 1. And the one that does the typical base pairing is known as DNA polymerase 3. I will not differentiate, nor will the AP exam differentiate. DNA polymerase just makes me feel fast. So now let's kind of go through. So D would be DNA polymerase 1. What would C be? It's joining together Okazaki fragments. So C would be ligase, B was a nucleotide. What would A be? Primase, adding an RNA primer. What would I be? Nope. G is helicase. The little triangle is helicase. I would be topoisomerase, preventing binding up of the DNA molecule. H would be SSBPs. Single-stranded binding proteins, right? They're preventing the broken hydrogen bonds from rejoining. So the single-stranded biproteins, the H, the little purple things, are preventing the hydrogen bonds from reforming too early. I think that's all of them, right? F is DNA polymerase. Yep. They carry out different functions. So they're different. So is the exact mechanism the same? Probably not. But in essence, what do? They add nucleotides. That's it. If anybody gets this wrong, I'm giving you a 0 for tomorrow.
No way. No way. Why?
Oh my god!
We should have all just gotten it wrong.
Now that's first place.
Is everybody okay? 4 people got zeros tomorrow. I will find out who you are. Oh, sorry.
I know. I was just gonna say, like, we're looking for first place and there's something.
12 right. Nice job. You redeemed yourself.
Doubt yourself, bro.
Hold on 1 second. All right, so let's talk about this one. Make sure that we're good. It is always copied. The new strand is always copied in a 5' to 3' direction. So therefore, the top is copied in a 5' to 3', which is opposite. So this one's being copied in this direction. This one's being copied in this direction, which makes this the leading strand and this the lagging strand. Just think new strands copy 5 to 3. For some reason, it didn't print it. Let's go. We have 2 periods today. This is fun. Aren't you excited? If you get this question wrong, not only am I going to give you a 0 tomorrow, I'm also going to send you back to 8th grade. Zach, do you want to go back to 8th grade? Don't get it wrong.
America!
5 million years old. Oh, nobody put that. Old, younger than Mr. Schaefer. There you go. I found the Kahoot online and it just kind of like edited out questions I didn't like. So it's the teacher that made it.
Bro, second is the best. First is the worst.
The source of losing.
I just edited real quick. I have a whole other Kahoot. I have it on the 30 question one.
Oh, amazing. Wait, can we still make time for like the outline on the
Yeah.
We have so much time. I know. I'm like, wait, can I make time for that? We have too much time. That was fun. I actually got questions right. A big smile. Awesome. Oh, that's it. Oh, wow, I got 6
Are we good?